emotions that went into it at the end there?
I'm happy with the result that I had in a 11-3 win after getting pinned by Daniel Lewis earlier in the season. I just went out there, tried putting a bunch of points up, really focusing on my conditioning, just being confident in myself. I think that's one thing that I lacked last match, just kind of lacking my confidence going into it, so this time I just let it fly.
Zahid, Spencer Lee earlier said the last time he had been pinned when he was 9 years old, when he had got pinned by Piccinini. When was the last time you had gotten pinned, and how did you handle it after what happened in your match with Daniel before?
Before getting pinned by Daniel Lewis, can't even remember. I mean, it's been such a long time, so I felt like I was on my back for not too long, so I felt like it was a quick pin. I was up in the match, but it just happens that way. So for me, it's just a blessing knowing that I have to wrestle every second. Don't take any breaks, don't relax. So that's just what I did this time.
Zahid, obviously your opponent you know pretty well. You guys have competed, you've trained together, going around the world together. Talk a little bit about what you might do to make sure you're at your best, because it's a heck of a challenge.
Yeah, it's been a great rivalry between us. I'm excited to do whatever it is, part 3, 4, 10, I don't know, I lost count, but same thing as the Lewis match, not having confidence in my conditioning, just feeling that target on my back, and just everyone looking at all my shots, defending everything I have, trying to slow down my pace. But I just need to continue to work on my conditioning, keep pushing the pace, and I don't think that he'll be able to hang with me at the end of the 3rd period, so that's what I'm going to do.
Are you one to go back and watch film of the two of you wrestling, or do you just kind of rely on your wrestling in the moment?
I definitely do watch a little film. I don't like watching too much and too much scouting. I let my coaches do that just because I feel if I go back and watch countless hours of film, I get stuck on what they do instead of focusing on what I have to do in order to win. So I just let my coaches watch it, tell me, hey, he does this, he has a double A, he has a cradle from top, and I'll just say, all right, I'll watch out for that. But for the most part, I usually just watch most of my matches, see what I can improve on.
Zahid, as someone who's followed you all year long, after the Lewis match, you trained up your training a little bit. How has that helped you show what you want to do here in the NCAAs and have one last match in order to come out on top and prove that you can be a defending champion for Arizona State?
Yeah, the whole year, it's the past 3 years I've been #1 going into this NCAA tournament. So this year being #3, having 2 losses, it was a little different. I don't really like putting too much emphasis on having that target and everyone looking at me, but it does get to you, and I felt like having those guys there and just continuing to slow down my pace, it got to me. So just focusing on my conditioning and having Ed Roos come down and practice with me, and just evolving my wrestling, really not getting too complacent on what I did last year and the year before, and the success I've had in the past, just continuing to learn new technique, new ways to do moves, new ways to condition myself and work harder. So I think that's what I focused on in the end of the year.
Last question.
Zahid, this year is different that your brother is not in the lineup with you. How different has it been, especially after what happened in the Lewis match and not having the brother there?
The only difference is just the traveling part. He's been with me every day. I pretty much go with him in the practice room every day, and he's getting really tough after his injury and stuff, so I'm excited to see him back in the lineup next year. But it does suck not having him here traveling with us, but I'm just excited for the future with him.
Thank you, Zahid.
Yep, thank you.